Hey guys, it's Nick. Welcome to another episode of T-365. In today's video, I'm going to be covering all the updates from Microsoft in July of 2022. If you followed along with my update videos in the past, you know I focus in on what's relevant to the MSP space, blocking out the noise from the 100 or so announcements that come from Microsoft each month. Today's video is a little bit more jam-packed just because of Microsoft Inspire, so let's go ahead and dive in. First announcement here is related to the general availability of shared channels as part of Team Connect here, which is giving more flexibility to collaborate with parties both inside and outside an organization without having to tenant switch. If you're familiar with that feature that we used to have to use here to filter between different organizations, this is all part of Microsoft B2B Connect, and again, it's generally available, so you can start playing around with this today. Next one here is video clip in chat, and you can see this in the recording below, but it's giving the user the ability to send a short snippet of a video directly in a message. It's a new way to collaborate here within the chat functionality. It's going to be in public preview in August and be GA in September. The other one here announced was this annotations as well. This is primarily, in my opinion, been a Slack feature that's been available. It gives you the ability here to draw within screen shares or whatever you're doing within the Teams meeting. It's one of my favorite features, honestly, of Slack when I talk about their meetings. So this is cool that you can now use this. It's all powered by Microsoft Whiteboard. This is GA now, so if you're in a meeting, you can start playing around with this today. So other announcement here was pretty major. It's digital contact center platform. It's built off of a variety of stack of solutions from Microsoft, including the newly acquired Nuance and their AI technology there. I think Microsoft acquired them for about $16 billion. But it also leverages Teams, Power Platform, and Dynamics 365. There's a lot to unpack with this. I'll likely do a separate video here. One of the coolest features though that I saw was this security authentication with voice. It's coming from Nuance AI, along with the ability to have that text recognition within Dynamics, your CRM tool, if you're using that or if your customers are using that. So again, a lot to unpack here with this one, but very interesting to see as they begin to fold in all these related technologies. The other one here is pretty straightforward. Excel Live gives the ability to collaborate on an Excel doc, to edit and have edit capabilities within a Teams meeting. Previously, if somebody was editing, you might have a locked document until they were done editing. It's giving more enhanced flexibility for remote work and hybrid work as well too when you talk about collaboration of documents. So this will be in public preview within the August timeframe. Next one here is a bit of a security enhancement related to external access chat invitation flow for managed organizations. If you have external chat turned on within the admin center, that user will now get this preview, as you can see in the screenshot below, and they'll have the ability to accept the invitation from an external user as far as an individual one-on-one chat, or they can block that user in addition to also previewing the message. Hopefully this will help out with any type of phishing related or malintent coming through when we talk about external collaboration. Timelines for this one is mid-August, be complete by early September. The other one here is a straightforward feature, personal preference. Honestly, this one's not that popular to me, but it could be popular to a lot of people who want to pop out their share screen within a Teams meeting so they can view the share screen on another window and maybe the chat all in a single window, or maybe the users are in there or see the hands being raised or whatever it might be. Personal preference again, but lightweight feature, pretty straightforward. This will happen in early August, be complete by the end of September. Shifting into SharePoint and OneDrive here, this only announcements related to Word documents and giving users the ability to be able to go into a review mode. Review mode gives the user the ability to suggest changes versus just seeing a plain document within the view mode itself. So it's giving a little bit more flexibility to what they can do, and might be a better option than you have with the view mode, since other people then have to send their edits directly or in some type of other shared document, which is pretty inefficient. This will happen in late July and be complete by early August. Microsoft Viva has its own category here, as Microsoft's putting a lot of investment money into this, and they announced more at Inspire as well too. This first one's related to Viva Insights, which I believe has been around the longest in the Viva suite of offerings here that they're coming out with. But this is just meeting category insights. It only works if the user is leveraging the tags and categories within Outlook or the Teams meeting experience to have meeting categories. So if they don't use that, or if you're not using that today, this won't actually give you any information. But if they are, it'll provide these insights, and it'll evolve along over time to provide more recommendations here on how to make more effective meetings and things of that nature. So this will happen mid-August, be complete by late August. The other big announcement at Inspire here was Viva Engage, which is, I believe, going to take over Yammer, not just Yammer communities as a whole long term, but it's going to take over this existing app that's in Teams today. If you're using that, you are familiar, but it's more of a social app that you can see various feed of information from your intranet, and this is supposed to enhance that type of collaboration, especially as we go into more of a hybrid workforce, and also obviously remote workers as well too, to enhance culture and stories and things of that nature. So this will happen in late August as far as the transition goes, but you can access that communities app today. And if you're using that, none of your data is going to be erased or anything like that. It's just going to be replaced by new UI, UX, and more updates over time as Microsoft invests more in Viva Engage. Shifting into the last section here, the admin section, a couple of quick updates on this slide. OneDrive Sync health reports now support macOS devices. So this is good if you're managing macOS devices and needing to look at the status of known folder moves or the OneDrive Sync if they're in error. This is again only on a single tenant basis. It's not multi-tenant view, but it's actually helping you out, getting some insights there if you're looking at the usage reports or the health dashboard that's in the tenant admin center. That's GA now, so you can start to check that out if you have any Macs using OneDrive. The other one here is related to Teams Admin Center, being able to unassign policies in bulk from the Teams Admin Center. Again, this might not have been a pain point for some people, but if you want unassigned policies and do that individually before removing the assignment so they can get the correct policy, this is something you can do now versus having to do that one at a time. This will happen in late August. Final slide here is related to a couple of end-of-life announcements. The first one is the retirement of the Exchange Online V1 PowerShell with MFA. It is going to be retired in lieu of the V2 version, which many of you might be on today. Just want to put this in there though, because some of you might still be using the V1 module in certain automated practices or on demand sometimes to pull Exchange Online information in. So just note that you'll have to shift to the V2 model. Support ends for this at August 31st, and then it goes end of life December 31st as well. The new module V2 supports modern authentication, so that's one of the major benefits, in addition obviously to various new commandlets you can use to get more information. Partner program changes, these were announced a couple months ago, honestly, as far as general announcements, just giving you some heads up that this is coming. But the Microsoft Partner Network that many of us have been part of for a very long time with the MPN ID and everything like that is going to shift and become the Microsoft Cloud Partner Program. And they're going to give you the ability to become a quote-unquote solutions partner. So this, much like the contact center, there's a lot to unpack here. The biggest thing is you do have a lot of time here, and I say a lot generally speaking, but it's about a year and a half, honestly, based off of them retiring silver and gold competencies in late 2023. It would be October of 2023, and you'll have to shift into this new program. So again, there's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot of ramifications, especially for MSPs who are barely doing enough for the silver competency today. So there's a lot that we'll have to cover in future videos, but I just want to give some heads up here. And on the right, you can see within Partner Center, there's a whole dashboard. You can begin to check some of these things out. I'll link that in my blog post that'll supplement this video. That's everything that I wanted to showcase for you guys in today's video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Otherwise, like or subscribe if you guys want to see more content around Microsoft and the MSP space. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.